Hello, it's Mike Less, and here is some video I shot from early June of some 2017 wheat harvest action from Preston, Kansas. Preston, Kansas is a small town in Pratt County, Kansas, so it is just northeast of the city of Pratt. I was in Pratt, Kansas for work, and I was at Kinchlow's Incorporated, and Kinchlow's is a farm equipment dealer on the north end of the city of Pratt, Kansas. And they sell Versatile. They sell a lot of the Agco lines like Gleaner, Massey, and Sunflower. And they also sell Unverferth and Kubota and Great Plains. And they may have some other short lines in there I didn't mention. But the dealership also has a farm. And that is who is in this video here. These machines in this video belong to the dealer's farm. So what you are seeing here is not a custom combine crew. There is 3 Gleaner combines running in the field here. There is 2 Gleaner S77 combines and 1 Gleaner S78 combine. And they all have Agco flex headers on them, 40 feet wide. Also in this video is a Versatile Delta Track 450, which is the smallest of the Versatile Delta Tracks. And it is pulling a Brent Unverferth 1196 Avalanche series grain cart. This grain cart has a capacity of 1100 bushel. And it can unload grain at a speed of 850 bushel a minute. This grain cart is actually made in Kalida, Ohio by Unverferth Manufacturing. So I was pretty excited to be here to shoot this video. Anytime you get 3 Gleaner combines going in the same field and have a big Delta Track tractor like this pulling a big grain cart, it gets me excited, and I want to get some video here and bring it to my fans. And that's what I'm doing here, so I hope everybody enjoys this. Got several minutes of it. I had about 45 minutes worth of footage, and I got it condensed down to about 21 minutes, so here you go. While I was shooting this video, the wheat field across the road here had a Gleaner L2 combine running in it, and that belonged to another farmer. It was a complete different operation here, but it was running across the road, and I did get some video of that. And I already uploaded that to YouTube, so some of you may have seen that, and if you haven't, you can certainly go back and check it out. It was in real nice shape for the age of that, and I talk about that machine also in that video. A little bit, give you some of the specs on it. But anyways, we are out here, and they are cutting winter wheat with these 3 Gleaner combines. I got several different angles for you, different spots in the field, from the air and down on the ground, so you can hear the machines running, and also some aerial footage, which I'll mix some music in with the aerial footage when I have nothing more to talk about. This looked like some pretty good wheat. I did not ask what it was yielding, but it did look pretty good. This area primarily has a sandier soil, and there is some irrigation also in this area where they do grow some corn and some other crops, milo, but a lot of wheat in this area. And this field here was not irrigated, but it still looked like it was making pretty good yield. One other thing I'll mention, because I get questioned on this a lot, out here in the west in the wheat belt, a lot of this straw is just blown back on the ground and does not get baled. But I did have a lot of people ask me if they bale all this straw, and the answer is no. You see more of the straw baling in the eastern part of the United States or Midwest where they have livestock and stuff. Not that there's not livestock in this area, but a lot of your feedlots and stuff, due to the drier climate and stuff, they do not need this straw, all this straw to bed. So a lot of this straw is just put back on the ground and worked into the soil. Which back where I live, not that there's a lot of wheat in Ohio, since that's primarily corn and soybean country, but a lot of the guys that grow wheat do bale the straw and sell it, or there is a lot of dairy farms and livestock back home where they use the straw to bale. So a lot of the straw back home is baled, but out here, like I said, the majority of it is worked back in the ground.